We begin with the Middle East, where American efforts to topple the Iranian regime and cripple Iran's nuclear ambitions are now in a second day. The strikes have killed Iran's supreme leader and other government officials, and Iranian counterattacks are continuing. Correspondent Charlie D'Agata is in Tel Aviv, and then Nancy Cordes reports from Washington.
Smoke from explosions rising above the skyline in the Iranian capital on Saturday morning. America's war against Iran had begun. The Israel Defense Forces were the first to announce a joint U.S. preemptive strike against an array of targets, including regime headquarters and ballistic missile sites. Later came the extraordinary announcement. Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was dead, along with several members of his family in one of those strikes. This morning, in a powerful surprise attack, said Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, we destroyed the compound of the dictator Khamenei in the heart of Tehran. Iranians were seen celebrating in the street when the news got out. Iran's military forces had already launched retaliatory strikes earlier in the day when President Trump made his own address outlining the main objective: regime change.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people.
U.S. Central Command, in charge of Operation Epic Fury, released footage of jet fighters taking off from carriers, Tomahawk cruise missiles launched from destroyers, and images of those weapons reaching their targets. President Trump's speech also included an appeal to the Iranian people themselves.
I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take.
Iran didn't take long to retaliate, with coordinated far-reaching missile attacks targeting U.S. bases, installations, and American allies across the Middle East. Strikes in Doha, where the Al Udeid Air Base is located, and in Bahrain, home to the U.S. Fifth Fleet Naval Base, in addition to sustained attacks against Israel. So those air raid sirens that you hear, they're not going off all of the time. That means that they are local, and we get an alert on our phones, and then we hear them, and that's time to go into a shelter. And you may hear them stop, which is an indication that the threat is over. That lasted into the night, like this strike in the center of Tel Aviv. Iran went after softer targets than the heavily defended Israel and U.S. military bases, drones raining down on apartment high-rises in Bahrain, glittery neighborhoods in Dubai.
Oh my God.
And while Iran's supreme leader may be dead, its military continues to fight on. And President Trump has vowed to keep up the intensity too, saying heavy and pinpoint bombing will continue uninterrupted through the next week or however long it takes to get peace in the Middle East.